It's the International Soccer Preview. We are Soccerphiles Canada. Welcome to Series 31, looking at the players of the 2025 African Cup. This episode is looking at the players of Senegal. Part 1, the candidates. Here we go! Hello and welcome to the International Soccer Preview by Soccerphiles Canada. I'm Kevin and this is Series 31 on the players of the 2025 African Cup. This episode covers Senegal's players. And so we move on to Section 3, and we want to welcome new listeners here because we are releasing Section 3 as a short version of Part 1 on Senegal's players. In the full version then, in Sections 1 and 2, we introduced a bit about the team and the candidates and their likelihood of making the final squad. So we went into quite a bit of detail on that and on the kind of career information on the main players there. So if you want those details, you can get Part 1. We have a link to that in the show notes here. In terms of our review of the candidates here, we are not concerning ourselves with predicting starters. We're going to do that in Part 2. But here we're just looking at their likelihood of reaching the squad. So let's begin with the manager. We have Aliou Cisse, manager for 9 years, replaced in October of 2024 by Pape Thiaw. And yes, so that is a big change there. So Pape Thiaw will consider him a definite candidate here. For goalkeepers, we have a definite candidate in Mori Diaw, but the starter is the likely candidate, Eduardo Mendy, or he has been starter over the period, but he missed the last game. That's why we have him at the likely level. And we have also Yevan Diouf, a newcomer to the squad at the likely level, and then a possible candidate in Samba Mbalo. And normally I won't talk about the possible but unlikely or seemingly off the squad players, but on the way out here we have Seny Dieng and Alfred Gomez. They have been backup keepers over the past few tournaments but seem to be off the squad now. For defenders, we look at central defenders, 3 definite candidates in Kalidou Koulibaly, Moussa Niakate and Abdoulaye Seck. No candidates at the likely level, but at the possible level, Abdou Diallo and Mustafa Mbao, both possible candidates. Over to the left back position, we have a definite candidate in El Hadj Malik Diouf, seems to be favoured under the new manager, and less favoured is Ismail Jacobs. He's at the likely level, though. Those are the 2 candidates there. For right backs, we have a definite candidate in Crépin Diatta. He's actually coded as a right midfielder, but he's been playing at the back here, Crépin Diatta. We also have a likely candidate in Antoine Mendy and a possible candidate in Ile Camara, both of those newcomers to the squad. Up to defensive midfielders, we have no candidates at the definite level, but a likely candidate in Pape Gueye, and then 3 possible candidates, Mamadou Camara, Nampalys Mendy, and newcomer Cheikh Niasse. Central midfielders, we have 3 definite candidates here, Idrissa Gueye, Pape Matar Sarr, and Habib Diarra. And then 2 candidates at the likely level, Lamine Camara and Pathé Ciss. Up we go now to the attacking midfielders. We begin on the left side where we have definite candidate Sadio Mane and likely candidate, though rarely starting games, Cheick Sabali. In fact, I don't think he started any games. On the right attacking midfield, we have a definite candidate in Ismaila Sarr and a possible candidate in Abdallah Sima. And for central attacking midfield, we have definite candidate Iliman Ndiaye, who for the last year has been playing more as a right attacking midfielder because they don't always use this position. So Iliman Ndiaye, a definite candidate there. And finally, we have the forwards, definite candidates Nicholas Jackson and Sharif Ndiaye, although Sharif Ndiaye doesn't start much. We have two likely candidates, Boulaye Dia and Habib Diallo, and that's it. Let's move on to big names off the squad. I don't think we have too many here. We do, though. Probably the biggest name off the squad is manager Aliou Cisse, manager from 2015 to 2024, but now replaced. We have the forward Bamba Dieng, who has not appeared for the national team since March of 2024. And then we have Cheikhou Kouyaté. We gave more details on these in section 2, but all we can say here is that he has not appeared also since March of 2024. So there is a chance of them coming back into the team, especially Bamba Dieng. There. Let's take a look at injuries because Senegal is plagued with injuries. We have Abdou Diallo, the central defender, who is a likely candidate. He's out with an unknown injury since late September and an unknown return date, so we'll put him there as an unknown. Next, we have left back Ismail Jacobs. He is out with a calf injury since late November. That's pretty recent, with an unknown return date also. So Ismail Jacobs also in the unknown. We have him as a likely candidate. Next, we have central midfielder Habib Diarra. He is a definite candidate here. He was out for groin surgery since mid-September, but he is expected back on December 12th. So we can update that in part 2, but he looks like he might be okay. Next, we have Lamine Camara, a central midfielder who we consider a likely candidate. He's out. He was out for the he was out for the October games with an ankle sprain, but he has returned to play for his club. So we can put him in the recovered section there. We also have forward Boulaye Dia, out with an ankle injury since the October games, but he too has recovered. So that's good news. And finally, we have forward Habib Diallo. This one seems a bit more serious. He's out with a hamstring injury from mid-November and an unknown return date. So Habib Diallo, unknown there. Bamba Dieng, also an injury concern, but since he's seemingly off the squad, we won't put him on the list here. Let's go. We'll skip closing thoughts here and just go straight to the preview for part 2. In part 2, we're going to release that probably in mid-September when we know what the preliminary and final squad will be. And we can tell you which of the players on our list here made it and which ones didn't. And we'll highlight any notable non-selections, any surprise inclusions, and we'll introduce you to any new players who make the final squad. We have a lot of injuries to update, so hopefully we can give more current information on that as we will be closer to the Cup. And finally, part 2 includes our Spotlight review. That's our prediction of starters for the Cup. So that brings us to the end of part 1, our look at Senegal's players, and we hope you joined us for part 2. We would like to thank Pixabay and Cold Fingers for the wonderful music used in this mediacast. The title of the piece is Eid Mubarak.